2025 season has started and there's been some close calls. Garrett Crochet almost got decapitated. Don't worry, he stayed in the game and still dominated. This
How do you say
Garrett Crochet
dumb
almost
for
got
that?
decapitated. Don't worry, he stayed in the game and still dominated. This man got eaten by a tarp. We had a hot dog get eaten by a seagull. Tommy Pham got suspended for doing what to a fan? This season is freaking crazy. The most expensive team in MLB history is playing like the best team in the league. And no, it's not the Dodgers. The best offense in baseball history 2 years ago is now terrible. Couldn't win a game. Their star publicly called out their own manager, and they had to rely on a fan dressed like one of the players to save their season. We got debates on whether this new bat is legal or not. A former MVP is now getting booed by his own fans. His old teammate who was getting booed by his own fans is now tearing it up. A star player is allegedly crying on the field, leading to everyone online hating him, and baseball doesn't exist. Even started a second channel covering all the day-to-day news of MLB.
I'll check it out.
Holy crap!
I should check it out.
Could not get any crazier than this. It started in spring
Crazy
training,
and dumb are two different words.
Ever, MLB began using robot umpires in real games. Commissioner says robot umps won't be in regular season games until 2026 at the earliest, but human umpires.
I'm a software engineer. AI has already taken too many jobs, and I don't know what it's gonna go do in the next 5 years, man. Umpires are also losing their jobs because of AI. Come on, can we just get some humans on the job, really?
Personally, they've been going off. This guy jumped over a player and still got the call right. A day later, he tracks out a pop fly behind the player. Human umpires took this personally. They've been going off. This guy jumped over a player and still got the call right. A day later, he tracks out a pop fly behind the plate and gets a standing ovation.
Oracle? Hey, that's my... Oh, I work at Oracle. It's nice to see my company. I know, I mentioned it on YouTube, I believe. Yeah, I did. Yeah, not now, a while ago.
Speaking of jumping over let's go! There was another spring training star, Jeffrey Yawn. He had an ERA over 5 in Japan last year, but tore it up in the Dominican Winter League, all while doing this. Let's go! After striking people out. The Rockies signed him, and in spring training, he was throwing 99. Came in, shut a team out. Came in and struck out the side. Shut out another team, and added a little extra flavor to it. Unfortunately, the Rockies sent him to the minors. And now they're cursed. The Rockies have won 5 games in April. That's the fewest games won in April in history. They're on pace to be the worst team in history. At the end of April, they're trending for a 135-loss season and a negative 416 run differential. To make matters worse, Cubs legend and former MVP Chris Bryant, who was paid $180 million to play for the Rockies, has injured his left shoulder, his head, injured his neck, injured his knee, injured his ankle, elbow, gastrointestinal, his finger, his wrist, his oblique, his hand, his hamstring, his side, his back, his foot, his SI joint, his glute, injured his heel, injured his...
Are you singing right now? Is that a rap song? I mean, the beat kind of goes with it, right?
To play for the Rockies has injured his left shoulder, his head, injured his neck, injured his knee, injured his ankle, elbow, gastrointestinal.
Emlem's got nothing on this guy.
His wrist, his oblique, his hand, his hamstring, his side, his back, his foot, his SI joint, his glute, injured his heel, injured his rib, injured his lumbar, and got booed by his own fans, even though he's done nothing wrong. But if you want to know more about that, go to the second channel where he made a whole video on it.
He sacrificed everything and gets
started before the actual season even started.
Shohei.
2-game series in Japan, where the star was, you guessed it, no, not Ohtani, it was Pikachu. Pikachu was everywhere, but also so was Ohtani. YouTuber Disarm counted how many times he saw Shohei on ads, billboards, and vending machines, and saw him at least 20 times, just while going from the airport to Tokyo and the stadium. Baseball continues to take over Japan. This game got 18
I realized that, man. I watched... Yeah, my last baseball upload was the match between 2023 match between US and Japan. You should go check it out. That is one of the craziest baseball matches I have seen so far. The best
NBA
one
Finals, World Series, and NHL Stanley Cup, and it was a practice game where Shohei Ohtani hit a home run. Game
Yeah,
1
I mean,
featured two
he does
Japanese
that.
starters, Shota Imanaga and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It got 24 million
God.
viewers. That is 3 times more than the last MLB game played in Japan, which was
Wow.
in 2019. They were literally showing this game in movie theaters. And Shohei hit another bomb. The Dodgers cruised to a 2-game sweep, which shouldn't surprise anyone. They won the World Series last year and then just spent another $500 million this offseason, making the team even better. They won their first 8 games, boasted what many were calling the greatest rotation in baseball history. Then they all got hurt. I mean, literally everybody got hurt. First, Mookie Betts got sick and lost 15 pounds. Freddie Freeman hurt his oblique, then slipped in the shower. Tyler Glasnow got hurt. Blake Snell got hurt. Clayton Kershaw, Gavin Stone, Tony Gonsolin started hurt. And Bobby Miller got nailed in the head, recovered, but eventually got demoted. In only 1 month, this insane starting rotation was down to 3. Yamamoto, Dustin May, and this offseason's biggest international signing, Roki Sasaki, a 23-year-old phenom from Japan. This guy threw arguably the best pitch game in professional baseball history. A perfect game with 19 strikeouts, included 13 strikeouts in a row, and followed it up with another 8 perfect innings in his next start before getting taken out for pitch count while being 3 outs from back-to-back perfect games. He was just 20 years old. He threw 103 miles per hour, was a part of Japan's big 3 pitching staff that won the WBC.
We gotta check this dude out.
Was a part of Japan's big 3 pitching staff that won the WBC, and this offseason bypassed a potential
Roki Sasaki. We need to check this guy out. I'm gonna take that name down.
$100+ million contract to come to MLB. Then instantly became one of MLB's most hated players.
Wait, what? What? Wait. Why?
Before he even got to America, he was being trashed just for picking the Dodgers. Commentators in Japan called him a glass
Why?
ace who wasn't ready for MLB. This video of him giving up a home run in practice got 2 million views, with replies calling him the Kevin Durant of MLB, an NPB merchant, and more rooting for his downfall. In his first start, he struggled with command while his velocity was down. In his first start in America, he only got 5 outs. 32 of his 61 pitches were balls. He walked 4 of the 12 batters he faced, and a shot of him in the dugout afterwards shows him looking extremely emotional. This video got 3.8 million views on Twitter. The top replies include Pack Watch.
Okay, just stay out of Twitter if you want to keep some of your mental health, man. It's a war zone. Stay away from Twitter.
Fuck him and fuck this pussy ass dork, bro. I hope he blows.
What the hell is wrong with these people? He's just trying to fit in. He's a good guy. He just needs the proper training and support, man. The hell? But I mean, since Shohei Ohtani is already there in the Dodgers, could it have been the reason why he picked the Dodgers? Or I mean, he could have picked a different team. That makes sense. But I don't know, it's choice, right? Well, why is I don't get
his
this.
arm out every year.
Makes me so mad.
Team USA catcher Jonathan Lucroy replied to this calling him soft. Said the only thing that will help him is to fail, and that
that might be true. That might actually be true. Being soft doesn't help anywhere. People want to see that aggression. People want to see that dominance.
For a kid crying on national TV.
He's got to toughen up, but people hating on him.
He survived the deadliest earthquake in Japanese history as a child. He used baseball to cope with the loss of his father and his grandfather. And despite this inspirational story, many fans still see him as a villain. Now, there's some speculation that he also will soon need Tommy John. That would be terrible for the Dodgers, who despite the injury still have the best record in baseball. However, their rival, the Padres, have the second best record in baseball. They're riding on completely good vibes. Fernando Tatis Jr. is back to being one of the best players in the sport. They're playing in the rain against the Yankees and can't score. They're getting shut out. So I'm gonna
pause this video for 1 second. Padres. I haven't been taking account of them anywhere. Okay, where are the Padres? I'll just get back to the video in 1 second. Okay. They are third in National League West after Dodgers and Giants. 30 and 38. Dodgers got this. But Giants are also at the same score. Okay, sure.
Screaming at the umpire. Fernando Tatis Jr. strikes out, blames the umpire, gets ejected. Manager comes out and screams at the umpire. He keeps screaming at the umpire. He won't stop screaming at the umpire. Get out of my way. I gotta scream at the umpire. And gets ejected by the umpire. The Padres immediately score 4 straight 2-out runs to come back and win this game right after the ejection, just because of the vibes. Vibes are important. Look at the Giants. They have a freaking rabbit riding around in a Mercedes-Benz at their games. This is a therapy rabbit that has gained tens of thousands of followers since it started showing up at Giants games, and it works. The team on the back of Jung-Hoo.
How do I get that job? I need to be a therapy rabbit, but I gotta be a rabbit to be a therapy rabbit. Sorry.
Grandson of the Wind and a rabbit are surprising everybody. They have the 3rd best record in baseball and are right behind the Dodgers and Padres. As of this recording, the team with the best record, the team with the 2nd best record, and the team with the 3rd best record in the sport are all in one division. The opposite may be the Central divisions. They've been the 2 worst divisions in baseball for a few years now. At the bottom, you got the White Sox, who already lost a game on a pulled hamstring and just fielded a ball off a player's face. On the other side, you got the Pirates. Their fans are pissed. So far this year, fans who paid for bricks with their names on them found them next to a dumpster. They had an usher take off his belt and beat a man with it. They replaced the Roberto Clemente wall sign with a seltzer advertisement, and to get back in good graces, the owner
what is going on here?
Giveaway. Gave one to all 37,000 fans. The line stretched a half a mile over the Roberto Clemente Bridge 5 hours before the game started, and the fans showed their gratitude by booing the team and chanting "Sell the team" while they were getting shut out for the 4th time in a week. Despite dominating, Paul Skeens is the only starter in baseball with an ERA under 3 and a losing record, because that's how bad the Pirates have been. The Cardinals have not been that much better. They got a player eating the tape off his bat in the middle of a plate appearance. The Brewers are trying, but they ran into a kid with blue hair and a mom who was literally the mom from the movie Little Big League. Pete Crow Armstrong is a beast. This home run silenced the Brewers. The guy who got it chucked it back and yelled, "Fuck!" as fans lose their mind, and this was an away game for the Cubs. On the other side, you got a former Cubs legend, Javi Baez. He's been terrible for years. The 3rd worst hitter in baseball his first 2 years in Detroit. He swings at everything and misses. He struck out to 50 Cent. He struck out to Sister Jean, and after he got injured in 2020, years, the 3rd worst hitter in baseball his first 2 years in Detroit. He swings at everything and misses. He struck out to 50 Cent. He struck out to Sister Jean, and after he got injured in 2024, the Tigers got better. So people wondered whether or not he'd even be on the team in 2025. Tigers decided to stick him out in center field, and apparently Javi Baez is amazing at center field. Now he's robbing home runs and hitting better than ever. The Tigers and the Cubs both find themselves at the top of the Centrals. In the East, we got the Yankees, a franchise that is mostly famous for one thing: inventing the torpedo bat. This was the only thing anyone could talk about for like a week. The Yankees tied an MLB record with home runs in a single game, then broke a record hitting 15 home runs in their first 4 games.
So
then realized they were using bats that were shaped a little funny.
You don't need these Godzilla bats infiltrating the national pastime.
Torpedo bats have officially infiltrated the national pastime. Everybody on Earth was trying to get one. It took the Giants a month to get their shipment in. Newer adoptees like Stephen Kwan is going off with it. Eli White has somehow been one of the best outfielders in baseball since getting one. Cal Raleigh.
So is it just a thing, like torpedo bat just a thing, or is there any physics associated with it? Is it easier to get a home run by using the torpedo bat? If that's there, then it could either be legal or it could be a really good invention.
Who is famous for a nickname about his large ass.
It
even got a bobblehead that commemorated his large is now also known for hitting dingers. This guy leads the league in homers, and since getting the torpedo bat, he's got an OPS over 1100. MLB says they will not be banning the torpedo bat, and Rob Manfred says it's great for baseball. As expected, the Yankees offense has come down to earth, and so has the entire division. The Orioles are doing so bad, the team's subreddit just started talking about bird watching. Watching actual birds instead of watching the Orioles play baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays are making routine fly balls look extremely difficult. Rays Stadium got destroyed by a hurricane. They're playing in a minor league park instead and not feeling too great themselves. The Red Sox, despite having a 37-year-old closer who could still somehow throw 104 miles per hour, are 500. And at the time of this recording, the Yankees are the only team in the division over 500. And that is really just because of one guy, Aaron Judge, who's on pace to have the best season in baseball history.
I remember
Literally,
this guy.
He already has 3.5 WAR. According to that, the first place Yankees would be in 4th place if it wasn't for Aaron Judge. He's on pace to have 15 WAR. That'd be the most in baseball history. He's already been more valuable in 2025 than the entire.
One second. What happened to Mike Trout? Mike Trout was the captain when they went against Japanese team, right? And is Mike Trout not? Oh, Mike Trout is in LA Angels. He's not in the Yankees. Okay, my bad. Stupid me.
24 seasons of 31 players who were all-stars in the 2024 season. He's trying to become the first player since Ted Williams hit over 400 in a season and isn't too far off from
why isn't Aaron Judge the captain of USA team?
Single season record of 62 home runs.
Helping
the Yankees be in first place despite devastating injuries to Cody Bellinger, who missed a game after chicken wings got him sick, and Austin Wells, who made an Instagram account solely to review burritos and got food poisoning, probably from a burrito. But there are worse things to put in your body. For example, a hormone produced in women during pregnancy. That's what Jurickson Profar had in his body when MLB tested him for performance-enhancing drugs. The Braves paid him $42 million for 3 seasons, based in large part for one good season that now looks like it was due to him taking steroids. Now he's suspended for 80 games and can't play in the playoffs. The Braves started 0-7. No team in history has made the playoffs after starting 0-7. Their star, Ronaldo Lopez, got hurt. Last year's Cy Young, Chris Sale, saw a velocity dip and got shelled in his first 4 outings. Spencer Strider came back, then got hurt immediately. And just when things were about to get way worse, a man dressed like Marcell Ozuna was spotted in the crowd. But before we get to that, a quick word from today's sponsor. Thank you to the official ticketing app of Baseball Doesn't Exist, Game Time, for sponsoring this video. Already this season, I got to see Shohei hit a bomb at a sold-out spring training game and another bomb in an actual game. Can
I go see?
All thanks
I want to go
Game
see.
Time. And I bought these tickets while on the way to the stadium, and that's probably the best thing about the app. You can wait
$20? Really? Is it that cheap?
April, all thanks to Game Time. And
that wasn't even more expensive.
While on the way to the stadium, and that's probably
amazing deal. Dugout field box, all in 26 row 6, $20. That's actually kind of cheap, isn't it?
The best thing about the app. You can wait till the last minute. If you're in a pinch for tickets, Game Time is your best option. In fact, it's usually a better deal if you do wait till the last minute. Their last minute deals can save up to 60% off your ticket. You can see the view of your seat before you get there. They have zone deals that make the tickets even cheaper if you just pick your section and let Game Time choose the seats, and a lowest price guarantee. If you find
we should have that in cricket, man. Cricket tickets are insanely expensive.
110% of the difference. They got tickets for everything: concerts, sports, comedy, theater, anything. And now's the best time to try it, because with code BDE you can get $20 off your first purchase. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BDE and redeem code BDE. At this point, the Braves are 2-9, playing their division rivals. They've already had a 29-inning streak without a run, had the lead once in the first week of games.
I like that outfit. It's like Power Rangers, right? That yellow ranger.
Playing their division rivals. They've already had a 20.
Yeah, that looks like the, I don't know which. It's a Jungle Fury, no. SPD Yellow Ranger. Power Rangers SPD. What did they have suit something like this though?
Inning streak without a run, had the lead once in the first week of games, and have the 28th worst offense in baseball. They can't hit. A rain delay makes things more miserable. It's close to midnight. Nobody
the mascot is laying down there. That's so funny.
The broadcast sees this guy.
This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. A Marcell Ozuna lookalike, and a darn good one.
A man dressed identical to Marcell Ozuna. They won't stop showing him. He's giving signs to the players. He catches a foul ball, pretends he's a fielder, flex it, and throws it to a kid. The man can't be stopped. But the Braves still can't hit. After getting shut out for 9 straight innings, they walk in the go-ahead run to the 9-hole hitter. With one more chance, it comes down to Austin Riley, who just so happens to be using Marcell Ozuna's bat, immediately smokes the game-tying double. Then Marcell Ozuna himself comes to the plate.
Okay, let's see how this is gonna go. Home run! Ooh.
A walk-off home
Yes.
run past midnight as Ozuna from the stands is watching on. This was the one thing Braves fans had to cheer for, especially when a few days later, another controversy came. As Jarred Kelenic strikes a ball he thinks is gone, it hits off the wall. He doesn't hustle out of the box and gets thrown out at second. After the game, Braves manager Brian Snitker was asked if he disciplined Kelenic for doing this. He responded by saying, quote, "Was I supposed to?" And Braves superstar Ronald Acuna Jr. didn't like that. He's currently injured and responded by saying, quote, "If it were me, they would take me out of the game," creating a full-blown scandal.
Why
Acuna
would
has
you
been benched
wanna-
for not on a similar play in the past. That
Christ.
criticism from the manager for doing it again in the playoffs. Ender Inciarte and Marcell Ozuna have been benched by Brian Snitker in the past for not hustling.
It's
Now,
kind of sad that how
everyone
difficult they have to train to stay in the matches, right? People are getting replaced left, right, and center.
is wondering why there is a double standard and if Ronald Acuna Jr. hates his own manager and team. Braves broadcaster Jeff Francoeur said the Braves don't need Ronald Acuna and won a World Series without him. Brian Snitker says he didn't realize Kelenic didn't hustle in the moment, which is why he didn't discipline him in the moment. But it was too late. This was a full-fledged PR and locker room disaster. But despite all that, the Braves have salvaged their season. Since Acuna's tweet, they have the best record in the National League. At games,
Okay. Braves. Where are they? Braves. Right after Phillies and Mets. I think compared to the previous seasons, I think they are doing pretty well, I'm guessing. Yeah. But Mets are doing so fucking well, aren't they? Should have been a Met. Yeah, is there any other team who's got a better score than this? 20, 45, 25. No, I think Mets are the leading team right now, aren't they? 42, 26. 46, 25. Okay, Tigers are doing better than Mets. Okay, they got one extra game. That makes sense. Okay.
Ozuna from the stands has attended. They are 12-6, but they're still trailing the Phillies and Bryce Harper, who found out he was going to have a son by using a blue bat during a game. Yeah, he did a gender reveal in the middle of a game. And don't forget about Nick Castellanos, who, after millions of dollars were bet on him to hit a home run just because the Pope died, did not hit a home run the day the Pope died. But we do have an entire video about that coming to the second channel as we speak.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Last but not least, the Mets, who spent over $1 billion this offseason, including Juan Soto. In April, some became convinced Soto already regretted going to the Mets, making a comment saying it was harder to hit now that he didn't have Aaron Judge hitting behind him. He got off to a slow start, especially to Soto's standards, not to mention Sean Manaea got hurt, Frankie Montes got hurt, Paul Blackburn hasn't pitched, they lost reliever AJ Minter and their star closer Edwin Diaz, who was getting
They're doing
rocked
so well, aren't
now
they, in this season?
Injured. Jeff McNeil is injured. Francisco Alvarez has been injured. Mark Vientos was looking lackluster. Even star Francisco Lindor started slow, and they still lead the NL East. Somehow having the number
yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
And they still lead the NL East. Somehow having the #1 starting pitching staff in the league, with at least 3 of their 5 starters hurt. They have the 3rd best run differential in baseball, and currently lead their division, along with the Yankees, Tigers, Cubs, Dodgers, and Mariners, who right now all stand in first place, at least for now. Anything can happen, and that's why you need to go to subscribe to our new channel.
Oh, Danny is so cute. I can't stop looking at his face.
At least for now. Anything can happen, and that's why you need to go to subscribe to our new channel covering all the day-to-day events of MLB throughout the season.
You know, I wish I understood a lot of those references. Because if I had more context of these players, I would have definitely got some of them. But the ones that I got, I really enjoyed. And like the saddest thing that I couldn't bear with in this was that why do people like judge players so fast? Especially the Japanese guy, Roki, right? Rock. Yeah, that was just coming in from Japan. He needs time to adjust, and I think MLB is very unapologetic about these kind of things, right? I think, yeah, it makes sense because you're playing in a lot of money. You gotta perform really well to keep the money, so they're definitely gonna replace you if you don't perform well. So the pressure is definitely gonna be there. But I'm pretty sure that guy can perform well given the right kind of circumstances, the right kind of coaches, and there's a lot of business going on underneath this. And yeah, I mean, there's a stake of business out there. Still, on top of that, there's something called as humanity, right? Or do we still have that? I think humanity sold to companies. I don't know. Did Elon Musk buy humanity last year? I think he bought that. Man, it's kind of funny to see how Elon transitions from one to another and back. Right? He was against, I don't know, he's not democratic. He's definitely not going to be democratic. Will he be? Because he supported Trump with that LA riots. What are we talking about? Okay, let's get back to, let's not talk about politics on this channel. At least for now. Alright. Sure, man. Tigers. I haven't seen anyone game of Tigers. I should see one of Tigers. Yeah, Yankees. Come on, man. Blue Jays is a bit behind. They're gonna have to do a lot more to catch up to Yankees. Come on, brother. And what about Dodgers? Also, I was expecting them. They actually can do well. They have a chance against Giants. Yeah. We're gonna see one of the National League West matches within the league. That's next on the list. One of the Cubs matches I have to see. I haven't seen one of Cubs. Mets also. Have I seen Mets? No, I have seen one of Mets matches. Actually, the one guy in comment section who actually told me to become a Met made me watch a Met. Mets are doing so well. I did not know that they had so many injuries and replacements in their team, and still they are doing so well. I think they deserve it. They definitely deserve it. One of the teams. Sure. Okay, so I also want to know if Mike Trout was still playing in MLB. So Mike Trout in MLB 2025. People are saying, okay, he's playing, so I'll have to see one of Angels as well. Come on, man, so many matches to watch. Which one should I pick? I could just watch all of them, right? Okay, very cool. So this MLB season is crazy. I wouldn't say dumb. I think most of it said that this MLB season can't get much dumber. I think what Baseball Doesn't Exist probably intended by the term dumber is that people are getting, I don't know, I wouldn't say the word dumb. It is crazy. A lot of crazy things are happening. But a sympathy, there is a definite lack of sympathy in some of these cases. Right, and even the last one, right, this guy he shouldn't have gotten involved and said something that, okay, I wouldn't have been in the team, I would have got kicked out of the team if something like that happened to him, and he actually had to go through a lot of this. And these people are at the spotlight, and when they say something like that, they're definitely going to be good for it. There are definitely going to be consequences. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of not being a celebrity, you know. Everything you say won't become a controversy. Yeah, and if you're going to make a controversy, try not to be apologetic about it. People hate the ones who's gonna apologize on internet. That's one of the things, you know. If you see any of the political commentators and all, they never apologize to anything, even though they know they are 100% wrong. They never apologize because that's the only way they can sustain. Because this world is brutal, man. Apologies, at least in politics, does not work. Yeah. Okay, that was a very interesting video. And yeah, my favorite was probably how big this was in Japan and how many Pikachus and Shohei Ohtani faces we saw in Japan. I should see more of Japan's matches as well. But poor guy, rock. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any other particular video that you want me to check out, let me know down in the comments. I think they put one more video on MLB. I think the last video from Baseball Doesn't Exist was regarding the controversy from DraftKings. Yeah, that title does not make me very comfortable, but yeah, sure, I'll check it out. That'll be it for this video. If you like this kind of reactions, why don't you hit the thumbs up button and let YouTube know you like what you're watching. If you do like Shohei Ohtani hitting a home run, why don't you hit the thumbs up button and let YouTube know you like what. And I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.